You're listening to SPHL Weekly, brought to you by SPHLforums.com. Like what you hear? Got any ideas for our show? Send us a message via our Facebook page or at SPHL Weekly on Twitter.
Again, thank you to Dave Arwood of Q107.3 in Columbus, Georgia, for mixing up our bumps for us before the season started here for SPHL Weekly. Let's take it up to Rocky Top and talk to General Manager Mike Murray of the Knoxville Ice Bears. Murr, how are you tonight?
Doing well, Danny. How are you, buddy?
Doing pretty good. You know, we talked to Murph about having that huge crowd in Huntsville on Saturday night. They're actually, kind of behind on attendance this year, whereas you guys are first in the league, 3,500. You are far and away right now first in the league in attendance. You know, playing in, one of the oldest buildings in the SPHL, but making that place rock every time you guys play. What is the secret?
So the secret is it is just fostering relationships and building on things that we have over the last 5 or 6 years. One of the things that I aspired to do when I took the job was to outgrow our building in hopes of getting a new one, and we're slowly getting there, and we're slowly putting the pieces together, to get the right people in place to maybe possibly make that happen. I mean, it's pretty neat to see the new people come and experience what we're selling basically, and we've talked about selling entertainment. We're in the entertainment business, but we've also, when you really take a step back and look at it, we're really connecting people through and through, and whether it be through our sponsors and connecting those sponsors to other sponsors and making it grow. It's been pretty neat to see, and our averages are up, and some of the promotions that we took a stab at years ago are pretty stellar for us right now.
Definitely. Talking about the attendance being up and attendance being pretty steady over the last few years. I mean, you guys, I hate to use a cliche, have been pretty recession-proof here. Other teams have said the recession's kind of hurt them as far as attendance is concerned. What do you think the difference is there as far as the economy being down but attendance being steady or even up in some cases?
Well, I think a lot of it in this area anyway is just standing up and shouting and letting people know that we're cheaper than the movies. We're very, we have over almost 900 kids in our kids club, and as a parent myself, I mean, whatever your kid says you're going to do, you're pretty much going to do it as a parent, and we've made that viable option for families to come down to the Coliseum and be a part of the the Shoney's Kids Zone is what we have down there, and putting a hockey stick in a kid's hand, even if it's floor hockey between periods, is something pretty neat that if they're not experiencing it at school, they know they can experience that at the Ice Bears game, and coordinating our Cub Club, our Cub Scout sleepover, where the kids sleep on the ice after a game, all the Cub Scouts, we coincide that with our minor hockey league program playing between periods. It's a connection that might not be made otherwise, and just letting those scouts that are in attendance realize that they too can play hockey at that young age, and having a youth skater of the game come out every night and at various ages is also creating awareness and just letting people know that this hockey in the South is what it is, but there's always room for growth, and we're seeing that now.
Definitely, and of course that big university right there next door to you. I asked you last time you were on there too. I mean, you have a lot of interns helping you out too from the University of Tennessee. You have a very good relationship as far as game ops are concerned. What is that relationship too as far as the promotions and as far as getting the college kids in the door of the Civic Coliseum to watch the Ice Bears play?
Well, it's absolutely huge, and just a neat side story is when we saw the schedule come out this year and we saw that we had 8 Thursdays, we were able to secure a sponsor that could help us, give away $1,000 every Thursday. And it's funny, on one of the random nights that we just absolutely had the ref come over and choose a random ticket, the person that won it was in a $9 ticket student section. And it was, it was just kind of neat to see that, and of course that spread like wildfire around campus, and then ever since then our student section has been stellar. So, it's just little things that, and I've been very fortunate to have a great staff. I mean, there's only 5 of us, but that internship program makes us look like there's 25 of us at times, and, we couldn't do it without them.
Definitely. And, of course, the connection, too, on the ice. I mean, you got guys like Mike Cragen behind your bench, and you got Kevin Swider, who's behind your bench and now back out there helping out on the ice. How big is it to have identifiable guys like that that the team can relate to and the fans can relate to.
Well, I mean, it's absolutely huge. I mean, we've talked about the attendance, we've talked about the interns, we've talked about the staff. But, I mean, overall, it's got to be a good product on the ice that we're putting out there. And I'm really proud of the way Mikey has grown in his position over the last year and a half so far. And just understanding, too, that it's, our product is just needs to be just as stellar off the ice as it is on the ice. And we've been very fortunate to have the personnel in place that understands the local ownership group and the brand that they're playing for on the front of their jerseys. It's very important to us because, we live here all year round, and we go and we're putting our name out there for all these businesses to support and to have the guys buy into what we're selling for the 6.5 months that they're here is obviously paramount to our success.
Very true, very true. And speaking of Mikey, somebody with a pro hockey resume such as yourself, do you and Mikey have conversations about the team and about personnel and about things like that? Of course, the goaltending issues that Knoxville has right now, or are you and Mikey maybe, brainstorming to find ways to help the situation or things like that, or are you pretty much hands off?
No, absolutely. We communicate daily about, our product and how it can get better on the ice, our personnel. And obviously, we're burning up the phones right now looking for, a capable goaltender to replace Hince. And Hince's, not just a replaceable guy. I mean, we'd planned on, riding him through a championship, but we're going to have to find a different way to ride through the championship. I got to be honest, I'm all about guys getting called up and that sort of thing, but Mikey would agree that he's been very kind in that regard, and I'm really disappointed in the hockey ethics that went down on this particular deal, and so we'll deal with that in another time. But it's just really disappointing the way that went down. But we wish Nancy all the best, and he's going to get a great opportunity right now instead of next season. So that's good for him.
Right. Real quick to expand on that, though. I mean, you were on the board of governors, of course, and you can make moves as far as the SPHL is concerned. What would you suggest the SPHL as a league do maybe to prevent those kinds of things from happening, from you losing such a great part of your team as Hince was?
Well, almost to the point where we've got to get compensated in some way. I mean, it's not just our team. I mean, there's been a lot of call-ups throughout our league, and for the leagues above us that don't recognize our players' games as professional games played, they sure are quick to pick up the phone and take one of our players when some of us have invested not only time on the phone and when you factor in the time you've invested in this player, and whether it be you bought skates for him, you bought a mask for him, you helped out travel in and all this other stuff that you may have invested in this person, and the agreement on the phone is, hey, I'm only going to take him for the weekend or a couple, he's only going to be here for a couple games. But we're happy to do that as an organization, to give them a taste and be that growth league that we are. But you've invested time and you've invested money, and with one phone call they can go, they're gone, and you got nothing in return. And now you've got to spend another bunch of money to immigrate somebody that you might be getting from Canada. So it's we're losing. And speaking on behalf of the entire league, I think we should take a stance in some way, shape, or form. Not to hurt the player. We're not looking to do that, but just yet so you have some kind of solace. Like, I feel like the New York Rangers organization owes us a player. The way this last thing went down, I feel like they owe us a player. Obviously not from the Rangers, but from that, that trickle down.
Would be good.
Yeah, he would be good for us. We'd give him a shot for sure. But that's my stance right now. I mean, I'm a little bitter about it because I feel like Mikey did all the right things to foster Hince along the way and give him a good opportunity. But the way this last transaction went down, it was not conducive of hockey ethics in my mind.
Gotcha. Well, moving on from that, talk about the off-ice deal you guys have with Comcast, and of course, Comcast making a deal with you guys for broadcasting the games. Talk a little bit about that and how that role may be being expanded here in the next few games.
Well, like I said, we've always aspired to help outgrow our building, and in this deal that we've been working with Comcast, we've, as well as I do, anytime you can get on TV, everybody thinks you're a rock star kind of thing, and we're looking at this Comcast deal. It's a 3-year partnership, and they're going to be eventually broadcasting our games live. Right now, they're on demand only, and we're taking basically the production team that we have in place that we've built around this deal to incorporate everything that we can possibly do within our means to make it look like it was a regular game that you'd see on television. We've kind of thrust ourselves into the TV production forum, if you will, and we're having TV production meetings now once a week to talk about basically what we have now is a 3-hour commercial for the Ice Bears that we're stretching as far as the Tri-Cities and as far as Chattanooga. So, we're not just broadcasting a hockey game, we're broadcasting the experience that people might be missing. And, there could be the argument that some people could stay at home and watch the game, but, as well as I do, unless you're going to be in the Coliseum to take advantage of the pilot lottery giveaway and the dancing guy and the kids zone and all the other things that surround our product, that's what we're looking to do, fill the spaces in the Coliseum that we have left to fill by this means. And if we see that it deters our attendance starts to go down as a result, then we'll just go on demand only. But Comcast has given us that privilege and that flexibility as well, and they're excited about it too. So live from the Knoxville Civic Coliseum, it's going to be hockey night in Knox Vegas.
Awesome.
So it's going to be pretty cool. So.
2 quick questions off of that, Murr. How is the relationship going to be with America One for broadcasting the games? And secondly, you mentioned Tri-Cities, Bristol, you mentioned Chattanooga. Are you guys looking to expand your footprint and be maybe not just Knoxville's team, but East Tennessee's team maybe later on?
Absolutely. I mean, they're, America One fully supported it. We had to obviously pay a royalty fee to be able to do this with Comcast to America One. We did that. They're completely on board with it, and it's all for the brand. It's all for our stake in strengthening the league and what we can do to help do that. And we took our team bus to Bristol Motor Speedway last year. And they announced they have a big rink there in the wintertime, and took our guys down there. And I mean, it was unbelievable how we were received down there. So, if we can get those people driving an hour or so to come see a Knoxville Ice Bears game, that's also a great thing. If we're putting, our economic impact throughout the Knoxville area is nothing to laugh about. I mean, it's pretty stellar numbers when you put everything together and put the multiplier, the city multiplier in there. It's pretty good. So we're pretty proud of that, and we're just going to keep building from it. And we couldn't do it without our fans. Obviously, I heard Randy say he's got the best fans in the SPHL. I'd argue that, but that's the fun battle that we have within each organization to strengthen our league as a whole. So we welcome those challenges, and we're getting ready to jump in the car and head to Columbus for Sunday, Monday, Tuesday for marketing meetings, and I love those because it gets all of our staffs together and gets them talking about what works in certain venues and what doesn't, and try different things and then communicate with each other. And at the end of the day, it's about making the SPHL strong and viable, and now we're starting to entertain different opportunities to grow our league, and we want to just make sure that we're doing that through within our footprint that we live in. So
definitely
looking forward to that.
Sounds good. Always a pleasure to talk to you, Murr, and hit me up when you get down here, eh?
Absolutely. Thanks for all you guys do. This show's taking off too. So you're a rock star yourself, Dana.
I try, Murr. I try. Living the dream, trying to. Thanks a lot. Best wishes to you. Good luck to the Ice Bears the rest of the season, and definitely good leadership up there with yourself at the helm. So best wishes to you guys.
All right. Thanks so much. I appreciate it very much.
Not a problem. Mike Murray, General Manager of the Knoxville Ice Bears. When we come back, we're going to kick it to Augusta.